Hey, we outside. Yeah, we out. Yeah, we out. Looking at the view from the top. Get into the bed, don't stop. Get into the bed, don't stop. Better catch up, cause we out. Look, I ain't skating through unless they talking 8 figures. Said I dream too big, about to do it way bigger. I'm the boss when I walk through, straighten up a sit-up. I ain't never had to tell them, but they know that I'm that. Finish that. So many wins, I had to go ahead and bring it back. I like you, my sons, go ahead and get the Similac. Yeah, swerve when I'm pulling in. I ain't asking for the spot, I tell them better give me that. Taking no losses, can't start now. You know it's about to go up when I touch down. And if they didn't know before, they gonna know now. That I leave a murder scene when I come round. In other words, you know that we about to kill it. I ain't for the talking, I said it, you know I did it. I'm putting on the show, the world is about to feel it. I know they getting scared when I tell them that. We outside. Yeah, we out. Yeah, we out. Looking at the view from the top. Get into the bed, don't stop. Get into the bed, don't stop. Better catch up, cause we outside. Playing with me, know you playing yourself. If I got a game, I'm gon' battle myself. Got it on my own, never needed your help. When you see me at the top, know I did it myself. You know we outside till the lights come on. About to make it to the top, it won't take this long. You know I'm blacking out, but I'm in my zone. They take beat money when they call my phone. Whoa, don't need your money, just give me respect. Told you before this, you know I'm a threat. I ain't letting up, I got my foot on their neck. Yeah, in other words, you know that we about to kill it. I ain't for the talking, I said it, you know I did it. I'm putting on the show, the world is about to feel it. I know they getting scared when I tell them that. We outside. Yeah, we out. Yeah, we out. Looking at the view from the top. Get into the bed. Hey, what you need, yeah? Man, I got it, wow. What you say, hey? We about it, get the cream, yeah. Why you slacking? Why you talking all the top, boy, you capping? What you need, hey? Yeah, I got it, with the team, yeah. We about it, wow. Get the cream, yeah. Why you slacking? Why you talking all the top, boy, you capping?
Yeah, why you capping? Why you capping, no? Feel like a rubber band, I've been snapping, no. Yeah, I've been up here with my team, so you know this what I mean. We've been going.
Yo, what is going on, everybody, and welcome to NYYU. We have an SP. Oh, Dane told me he is so happy that Marcus Stroman
I'm just thrilled. Sign me up. World Series back on.
Dane told me, he said, Pete, you son of a bitch, listen to me. I said, Dane, calm down. He said, it's back on championship time. I said, whoa, Dane, hold on now. Holy shit.
I was even looking for my streaking costume.
He did go. You went. Apparently, you have nothing on under that sweater. I'm just saying. Just don't stand up. Just don't stand up. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing, man? We're just having a good time today, guys. But we're going to break this all down for you. Me and Dane, in all seriousness, we were already talking about this before we went live and how we feel about it. But we are going to break it down. We do have a couple of chats I want to get to. And, of course, we want to do a roll call. Zach Brownish, we appreciate you, brother. He's been a member for 17 months. He says, Goat Pete. Thank you. Thank you for all you do. NYYU is the best Yankee YouTube channel of all. Keep it up, man. God bless you, brother. We appreciate that. My guy, Noah Adler, let's go. Noah says, it's as simple as this. If Strowman pitches well, we're going to love him. If he doesn't perform, it's going to be a disaster. I mean, look, if he doesn't, we'll talk about it. I don't want to get into it, but we'll talk about it. Kev, oh my God. Kev, oh my God. That's what the next door neighbor said about Dane when she saw him streaking. She said, oh my God. I can't get excited or be happy with this move unless we get another starting pitcher. This can't be the only move for the rotation. Get me Snell or Bieber, and I like the Strowman signing. We're going to get into all that. You guys are just loading us up to start with super chats, and I don't want to miss any. V-Man, Marcus Stroman, Boricua power. Okay, yeah, he is Puerto Rican also. Cody Keith says, do you think we will get a big move still or no? All right. We're going to get into that. I promise. Those super chats, we're going to cover them. Me and Dane are here. We're not going nowhere.
Absolutely.
We got time with you guys. We got Hanton Valdez, Gilberto, Scott Wright, Hirsch, Chris Perez, Jocko, Mr. Pete, Jimmy DeCaro, the beautiful, lovely, wonderful fiance, Victor Soto, Scott Wright. Guys, we love you. The voicemail line is open, 804-592-6160. Keep it under 2 minutes, please, unless they will not be played. Keep them under 2 minutes or they will not be played. Kicking with Roy, what's good? But Dane.
Fast Eddie.
Fast Eddie, everybody here, we appreciate you guys. God bless each and every one of you. We already got 500 in here. I need you guys to do this for me. Hit that damn like button because I got to be honest. NYSTs was a little low. It should have been a lot higher. Those guys work very, very hard. Please do us the favor. Hit that like button for us. And let's get this thing rolling. Let's get into it. Dane?
Yes, sir.
As it stands right this instant, the New York Yankees rotation now is Garrett Cole, Carlos Rodon, Marcus Stroman, Clark Schmidt, and Nestor Cortez. How you feeling?
I vomited repeatedly. I'm just not a fan of this deal if it's the only move. This is a bad signing to me. It's a bad fit with the fan base. He's already pissed off so many. I mean, look at how many of us are blocked on Twitter, and he hasn't even played here yet. What happens when he goes out and gets killed? It's
going to be bad. There's no denying that. I mean, that's the one thing that a lot of us have been saying already. It has nothing to do with, people right away go, oh, you're, he said that, yeah, people say a lot of shit. People say a lot of things. It is what it is, man. People say stuff all the time. Here's the thing that I'll say about this signing. Yes, Marcus Stroman, there's an issue with the fan base here. All that has done is added pressure on him having to perform well. He was one of the best pitchers in the National League last year in the first half. And then he had the hip injury and he came back and he was terrible. So here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to lay the law down like I've done. I've said this before and I'll say it again. The value of what they paid him is not bad. Do you disagree with that or agree? $18 million.
I 100% agree. They got a great deal. I just hate the signing.
It's no doubt about it, the deal. It's 18 or so million dollars. That's not bad whatsoever. Because, again, I was trying to tell people this when they were talking about, oh my God, Luke Weaver, how did they bring him back? $2 million for a guy that threw over 120 innings. But anyway, Marcus Stroman has the chance to be really good here.
Yep.
The thing that I'll say, and I agree with Dane, as he said, I'm not mad at this signing. It doesn't bother me. It would bother me more if this stays the Yankee rotation and they don't get anybody else. We got a couple of super chats, and then we're going to get right into the nitty-gritty of this because I think me and you agree, Dane, right? That we like to see another move happen here.
It has to now.
Okay. So I'm going to hold you there because I want to show you something that I wrote. And this, I want to share this because I want to talk about this. Matthew Stoke, my guy, says, hey, Pete, been following you for a long time, my brother. Can't wait to meet everybody April 20th. Yankees need to keep improving to make a great 24 for 28. I'm right there with you, brother, and I can't wait to see you too. My man is coming all the way from Australia. So if anybody talks about any logistical problems, we don't want to hear it. The dude's coming from Australia.
That's like an 18-and-a-half-hour flight.
It's insane, man. We gotta show extra love to him for that. Kyle Knapp says, what up, guys? I know Dane is not a fan, but this isn't like Donaldson. Cash had a face-to-face with Soto before signing. He wants to be here. Solid starting pitcher, 304. Not done. Need more. Love you guys. And that's where I am. I am not going to sit here and bash this deal or be mad about it until I see what is next. Joel Sherman, who is very, very close to the Yankees front office, typically he's on the money. He said they're not done. Dylan Cease is still on the table. And he said if they believe that if Snell doesn't want to go to a team like San Francisco and that number drops or the years come down, there's a chance they could go after him. But I want to show this on the screen real quick. Hopefully I have this pulled up correctly. Yes, I do. Here's what I wrote, Dane. Let me get me off the screen. You guys don't got to see me because we got two people here. I'm happy I'm not Cashman because it would be very hard for me not to get Cease now. I'm just being honest. I'd have a hard time not making a deal. And let me just explain real quick what I mean, Dane. I'm a very reactionary dude at times.
Mm-hmm.
If I just repeat that rotation to you and I go Cole, Rodon, Strowman, Schmidt, and Nestor. If I could add Dylan Cease to that and Strowman now gets bumped to 4, Dane, I tell you, Dane, and you know you've convinced me. You've helped convince me. I had a message from an advanced scout that helped convince me. Spencer Jones is a hard sell for even me right now to trade him. I'd have a hard time doing it, but Dane, if I was Cashman, a lot of you guys would hate me because I'd be sitting there now going, we got one guy. I fucking need the next one. Fucking do it. I couldn't help myself. Dane, I couldn't. I know you get mad. I could not help myself here. I would have to almost do it. But that's just me. I'm not saying Cashman should. I'm an asshole like that. That's my style. I would be overjoyed. Get mad at me, Dane. Go ahead. Punch me in the face.
I'm not mad at all. I'm not mad at all. I'm not that far behind you. My choice would be a different guy. I think they get Burns.
Holy fuck. For Jones?
Jones plus, yeah.
Oh, now we're talking. Holy shit. I got to put this in here. Hold on.
Would you like to answer a question right at this particular time? Would you like to do that?
Does anybody got a question for Dane? Wow. For Burns, you would do it. You would do that deal.
I think after this, yeah, they have to. Or they have to do something like that. I'm not a Dylan Cease guy.
Agreed. That's fine.
I can't get over him only having one really good year. And if I'm giving up Spencer Jones, I'm not giving him up for a guy that I hope has to get better.
Okay, that's fair.
When he gets here.
Well, I'm with you. Can I say I'm with you?
All right.
Burns, I do it for Burns tomorrow, right now. And I know what a lot of fans are going to say, and I'm not saying I'm surprised that you're not saying that, Dane. You're okay with him being a 1-year deal and giving up Jones for that.
Well, I think that that would also give us a very, very good chance to re-sign him. Yes, he's not re-signing right away, but then he doesn't cost you the qualifying offer picks.
Okay.
And the international free agency money that they won't spend in next year's class because they're committed to Wandy Esiason, and they're not going to do anything to compromise that.
No, look, I am not off on this one. And I had a gut feeling. I was like, oh man, Dane's going to go at me on this. But look, I like Dylan Cease. You don't. That's okay. Or there's certain things you don't like about him. That is 100% okay. But I'll tell you what, man, I'll come walking over your side any day of the week if it says get Burns. If the Yankees can do that, and look, for Dane to sit here and tell you guys, trust me, I talk to Dane every single day. Every day, me and Dane are talking.
Yes.
For Dane to sit there and say, I even would give up Spencer Jones plus in a deal to bring over Burns, I'm happy we're on the same page on that because I just feel like the Strowman deal feels good with the money to AAV, but it's really great if you got a Burns, if you got a Cease, hell, if you got a Bieber.
That's the guy I was just going to say.
Any of those guys, Dane, I would be overly happy about that we were able to do that. That would be extremely exciting to me. And guys, I need your guys' help, okay? Here's what I want to do. The New York Yankees signed a pitcher. Me and Dane are going to be here answering your questions, answering voicemails. I want to get 1,000+ people in here. We're about 200 away The way we're going to do that is if you guys hit that like button right now, I guarantee you.
Yeah, guys, let's crank this up. Let's crank this up, get this over 1,000.
No doubt about it. Mr. Rod Thompson, my brother, says, here's a real question. If Strowman absolutely shoves this year, would any of us really be shocked? No.
No.
Again, I don't want to come across as, because I've said what I've said about Strowman, and that is what it is. He's not my favorite player. I'm going to tell you right now. But again, let me just throw up before I get into this. I want to throw up another tweet that I said because I've been saying it on here, but I'll say it. I'll show everybody right now so everybody sees where I'm coming from. Right there. Welcome to the Yankees at Stro. We forgive, but we don't forget. Go shove. Go shove. Be the best pitcher you could be.
Jeannie, we are taking voicemails, and we'd love one from the voicemail queen.
Of course. Yes, we are. Victor Soto says, I like what Joe Man said. Strowman replaces Monty. Or Montas, I'm assuming to say. And I'll take that any day. He's Boricua, so I like him now. Laugh out loud. Who do you think they dropped from the 40-man? Probably, what's his name? The lefty. What's his name?
Yeah, Crook, Jeter Downs. What was the walking white flag last year? The lefty.
Oh, Nick Ramirez.
Yeah.
I can't get rid
one
of
of
him.
those
Come on
guys.
now.
Oh.
Josh Wahlberger with the super chat says Jones, Everson Pereira, and Peraza for Burns. Would you do that?
Yeah.
Wow. Johnny Almonte says, Pete and Dane, do you think we land another starter? Well, we're talking about that right now, and I'm for Cease. I'm for Burns. Dane is for Burns. He's for Bieber. And Bieber, you wouldn't have to give up Spencer Jones. We kind of understand that, right?
That's why I think that's where they eventually come back around to.
Yeah, I mean, there was a report today saying that they may hold on to those guys until the deadline, which I could see those teams doing. I could definitely see that. But to me, man, it would be desperately hard for me not to be picking that phone up right now going, hey, man, we just got Soto. There's no guarantee of any of this. We got to fucking go for this, man. And if we can add a Corbin Burns, a Dylan Cease, a Shane Bieber, I feel like you got to do it, man. I don't think you can sit back and wait right now. And let's be real. I don't like talking about prospects like this. But prospects are suspects until they're doing it at the major league level.
Look, it would break my heart to see Spencer Jones go.
I know it would. I know it would. I know it would.
From the minute he came in the system, when I read that Loden article that we posted the other day, he's been my favorite prospect in a way that I think that he's going to be great. Came down on him during the year because of the strikeouts and the swing decisions.
You did,
but
that's right.
Everything that we have heard this winter has elevated him back up to that spot just below Jason Dominguez for me. But Juan Soto's only here for 1 year.
Yeah.
And I really firmly believe they're not going to spend in next year's free agency class. So if you're really looking to add a pitcher long term, I think Corbin Burns would be the guy for me if I could ultimately get that deal done.
By the way, if I could just throw this out there real quick, if everybody knows, there was that video. This is pretty cool, actually. There was that video of Marcus Stroman striking out Juan Soto, and when he strikes him out, he does the shuffle 3 times, and Soto just looks at him, and they just stare at each other. They posted that on MLB Network. Juan Soto responded to it, and he said, "We shuffle together now," with handshakes. So that's pretty cool just to see. So, you know, for a guy like Soto, that doesn't matter. That's competitiveness. I think, too, what a lot of people don't understand is these guys are competitors. So when some guys have antics on him, now Dane is one of the main reasons we talk about loving Chase Hampton so much.
It is.
Is because he has such an attitude on the mound. He's to the point you could almost say it comes across to some people could be arrogant. But he just knows how good he is.
He comes off like a arsehole, but he knows how good he is.
Yeah, so, I mean, look, at the end of the day, you got a guy out there who, you know, knows what his stuff is, believes in his stuff, believes in how good he could be. If you look at the stuff here, yeah, there's some things of concern, but at Yankee Stadium, Dane, a 57% ground ball rate is what you look for.
Yep, that makes all the difference in the world. Look, you're not going to get me to say anything bad about Marcus Stroman's performance.
Yeah.
He's a solid addition and he makes this rotation better.
Yeah.
I think he's an asshole.
Yeah, of course. Everybody does. Who doesn't? I mean, is there really a lot of people out there that would disagree with that? To be honest, it's like when Donaldson came here.
Right.
People were like, well, he's an asshole. Verdugo got the same thing. And I'm sitting there going, I mean, has Verdugo really done that much that I've missed? I mean, we know some of the stuff of what Marcus Stroman has said. I mean, he called out Yankee fans multiple times. He agreed with Alec Manoah when it came to the Garrett Cole's the biggest cheater type stuff. He's pitching on the same team as him. Here's the deal. I give Marcus Stroman, I'll give him one thing. I'll admit he has a set of balls on him.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. To be able to step in the lion's den like that, you got to kind of tip your hat and say, you got a set on you, bro. Let's see if you can back it up.
And guys, we got 880 in here right now. Let's get to that 1K. The way we do it is you guys hitting that like button. I'm telling you, it gets the video out there more, brings it up in the algorithm. Let's go, baby. Come on.
Let's go, guys.
And hit the subscribe. We're 270 away from 23K. But continuing on where we were there, Dane, there was a lot of things said. So the reason I say this guy has a big set of balls is you kind of know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. If you go out there and shove, we're going to have your back and there's going to be everybody out there going crazy about what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? But if he struggles, there's so much material. There's so many receipts. To the one he said that all the starting pitchers can't make it in the postseason. Bro, if we get there and you bomb, it's over for you. It's over for you. The receipts are there.
Now, here's the question. Do you think Yankee fans give him a chance to start, or do you think they start in on him and make him prove it?
Well, look, Dane, I mean, man, look, me, you, and NYYU, we almost do this stuff every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say the overall response has been he's not my first choice, but he'd make us better. And like I said, and as Greg just said in the chat, you got to believe he is on a short leash. It's that simple.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Bro, you did the talking. We didn't. We didn't sit there and do the talking. You did it. Yankee fans responded to you talking shit about the Yankees. But I will say this. It just, once again, in my opinion, I gotta admit this. It does make Brian Cashman continue to look bad about his decision-making.
Oh, just absolutely.
In 2019, Dane, he said he couldn't even make the postseason roster. Now you got him, 4 years later?
Yeah. Hey, if he wants to make himself look worse than he already does, he's doing a heck of a job.
Yeah.
Now we just need to complete the site thing and get Monty here too. And
oh my God, can you imagine that? Holy shit, I forgot Monty's still even out there. I forgot all about that, but you're right. Monty's still out there. Who the hell knows? But J-Rod, thank you, brother. Thank you, everybody that has hit that like button. I believe we got a little over, I want to say over 300. But again, we got 874 in here. If we get that to 5, we're going to be way over 1,000 viewers in here currently. Hirsch is right what he said. That's correct. And Dane, I said that to you before we went live. It's a desperation move. It's a desperation move because I guarantee you that he was nowhere on the Yankees list of who they would go for when the offseason began. I
have a little different take on that.
Go ahead.
It's also a win now move if they go get somebody else.
Agreed, 100%. Let me ask you this, because this has been part of the conversation too already. If the only other move, let's say, is a Jordan Hicks, are you happy?
No.
I'm there with you. Got to be a starter.
Has to be a starting pitcher.
Yep. I'm there with you 100%. It cannot be just the one move. You got to go out there and add another one. You have to.
Yeah, it's a solid deal for the money, but it can't be the only one.
No, definitely. I'm there with you. And let me show you guys this. This is what I was talking about. There's Juan Soto right there. He says we shuffle together now based on that video that was posted by MLB Network. So pretty cool to see Soto being the leader that he is, that he has been before. People say it a lot. So pretty cool to see him doing that.
And he's putting off more vibes that he wants to stay here.
Yeah.
By being a leader like that, I mean, he doesn't even need to come out and say anything. He's a new guy on the team. He doesn't even have to say anything. Judge and Cole are the ones that need to welcome him. And for Soto to step up and do that says a lot about his character.
No doubt. No doubt. We got a message here from Mike Delaguardia. Do you think Strowman's deal would affect the market for other pitchers? No, I'll be honest, man. I was telling Dane about this. I'm shocked he got under $20 million.
He took a discount.
He had to have, Dane, because I'm sitting there when we're talking about this, and I'm like, probably 23 million, I would assume, a year.
Yeah, I mean, he just opted out at 21 and a half.
Right, exactly. And I mean, everybody's getting paid. It's not like there's guys out there that's not getting paid. Everybody is. Shit, Frankie Montas threw 1 1/3 inning, he got $16 million.
Yeah, so we know Strowman could have done better than that.
Easy. You would definitely believe he should have done a lot better than that. We're 130 viewers away from 1,000. I really want to hit that 1K number. So I appreciate you guys so much for that.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much.
But looking now and going forward, there was the rumor, of course, that we already talked about that had to do with Jordan Hicks as a possibility. Yeah. You said it, Dane. You've said this before. You said don't be shocked if they only go out there and get one starter, and that's it.
Yeah, I did.
Do you think that still could be the case in this situation?
I don't think they do anything else in the bullpen. But I'm still of the mind, I think they have to go get a starter.
Well, Dane, one of the good things, too, that getting a starter also does, it does impact their bullpen getting a starter.
Right. Puts Clark Schmidt back in that multi-inning 6-starter spot, which he was really, really good in. And he's actually better suited for that, in my opinion, than he is the rotation.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. We got a super chat from our guy, Kyle Knapp. Kyle, thank you so much, brother. He says, maybe he took a discount for other moves, makes you think a bit. It's possible. It's very, very possible. Old Sarge, strengthen on him, my brother. He says, trade for Bieber and get Hicks. Keep Spencer Jones. See what you get at the deadline. If they did that, I'm okay. Bieber, I'd be okay with. We just need another starter. And, you know, I guess one of the things you probably do have to look at here, and I know it's probably going to come across as sounding silly, but Luke Weaver needs to be on the 40-man. He needs to make the team.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't.
No, I'm being serious. So what's that fit? What's the fit? Blake loves him. Matt Blake apparently wanted him before he was ever a Yankee. I'm not joking when I say this. I know this probably sounds crazy, but I'm not joking when I say this. Matt Blake wanted this guy. They said it. They said even after the deal happened, they wanted it. I might make a prediction here. You could see a starting pitcher get traded from the Yankees.
I could see that. I could see Nestor being moved because
I could see Nestor being moved. Definitely. I agree. That's the name I was going to go with, Nestor Cortez. I could see that happening.
Yeah, there's some personality issues there. And you and I both heard before the start of the post or the winter meetings and stuff that they were going to look to move him. Maybe that's what's coming.
Yeah. So that's what's that's a tough one, but we'll continue to break it down here. JC gives some membership, and it goes to Hi Devin. Devin, I can't really see what that is. I think that's correct.
Davin.
Oh, hey, smacky the like 932 in here. Let's go. Hit that like button, baby. We breaking it down for you. Where are we at? We're at on possible on Luke Weaver's role. Yeah, Dane, I find it tough because as of right now, this current moment, again, you got Cole, Rodon, who needs the friggin' bounce back big, Marcus Stroman, Clark Schmidt, Nestor Cortez, Luke Weaver is basically the guys that you know have a shot. And I know there's a lot of people kind of laughing at the Luke Weaver deal that don't like it. $2 million for Luke Weaver. Even he still threw. He might have sucked the majority of his starts. And he threw 120-something minutes. You got it for $2 million. And by the way, came over to the New York Yankees. Garrett Cole showed him a different way to throw his fastball. His velo went up. He had 16 Ks in 13 innings, and he looked way better. Pitched to a 3.30 ERA in 3 starts. And Matt Blake was high as hell on this guy. So it kind of makes me worry, in a sense. Do the Yankees feel like that's enough? We'll manage. We got about 3-4 guys even for a number 4-5 spot. Because we're not even talking, we didn't even mention Clayton Beater. We didn't mention Will Warren. We didn't mention Luis Heel. They got all those guys that can make
Yoendry Gomes.
Yoendry Gomez, they got him too. So at the end of the day, you do all of that and you think about that for a second. You go, is a big trade coming? Or are they just going to stand pat and maybe add to the bullpen and that's it?
I don't think that they add to the bullpen. I just don't. But, there's another possibility. Them saying, we heard today that Bieber and Burns might not be traded till the deadline.
Correct.
Is Strowman enough to get you to then? Is that what the Yankees could be thinking?
Well, that's what got me pissed off today when I was watching Hot Stove. And I was live for that. This is the 3rd live of the day today, by the way, folks. We don't play around over here. Matthew Cintrone says, I'm not giving Marcus a pass. Nobody should. I said before, you can forgive, but you don't have to forget. All the receipts are there and everybody has them. They're not going away. But I'll say this, man. I'm trying to think of another way around the trade potential. No, there is no way that the Yankees could make a trade for any of these bigger names by giving up maybe more quality than quantity. I think a lot of these teams are going to sit back and just say, if it's not Spencer Jones, we don't have no damn deal.
I think you could get Bieber on a quality or quantity over quality deal.
I think so.
Because Cleveland has shown willingness to take that kind of deal in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think you're going to get Burns or Cease for anything less than Spencer Jones.
That I agree with. And look, they have every right in the world to ask for that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
No question about it. They got every right to ask for that. But then going back to what I was saying when it comes to the Yes Network and when John Flaherty and Jack Curry were breaking it down, all they kept repeating was, but Marcus Stroman gives you innings. And I'm sitting there going, whoa, wait a second. When's the last time Marcus Stroman gave innings? It was back in 2021. What are they talking about? Literally, John Flaherty was harping on this, that this guy gives you innings. And I'm sitting there going, to be fair, and I'm not trying to say that Snell has been the greatest innings eater ever. He hasn't, but at least he did it last season. Marcus Stroman hasn't done it since 2021. So why do we sit here expecting, he's going to give us 160?
I have no idea. That's the part that didn't make any sense to me. But I don't know. Man,
I'm sitting here like I don't know.
That's why I keep saying it can't be the only move.
Can't be.
But I'm just scared to death that it is.
You got me nervous now. Originally when you said it, it had me nervous because then I'm starting to think like, oh man, they're gonna make a move that nobody's gonna be overly excited about, and then they're just gonna say, nah, we're good.
Yeah, I mean, they could still view Nestor as legitimate number 5, and your rotation is those 5, and then you have Warren and maybe Hampton coming in mid-year, and if they need to get better, maybe they make a trade for Burns. I can see that scenario playing out.
Yep, I agree, and that's where I don't want to say I'm concerning, trying to concern anybody here or act like I know they're not going to make another move. But again, my concern is if you really start looking at the Yankees' depth right now, you can make a case that they do have enough to get at least to the deadline. You can make that case because, again, Dane has been extremely high on Will Warren and what that guy's capable of. Been extremely high on that. We know what Chase Hampton could eventually become. Luis Heel was phenomenal. He had Tommy John surgery. He's throwing very, very hard again, and he looks fantastic. He's in phenomenal shape. These are three guys, Dane, that don't have a spot right now, but they could have impacted the rotation. So the Yankees could sit back and go, hey, you know, we feel it's manageable.
Yeah, it's something that's very, very possible that they could decide that Strowman at that deal is good enough to get him to the deadline. And if they are a championship contender, then they go out and spend prospect capital to get, you know, a top of the rotation starter. Maybe. I really don't know, but it terrifies me thinking that Strowman's the only move.
I can't be overly excited about that if that is the case. Zilla with the super chat says Yankees sign Bauer. It ain't gonna happen, bro. And they are one of the most hated teams in recent history, and I'm all for it. Bauer, Strowman, Verdugo, and Soto. Wow. They would be that. I think they would probably be one of the most hated teams of all time. And you
just
know,
need to sign the shortstop Tim Anderson, and we have it blocked. I know.
Free agent. Lock him in, trade Glaber, put him at second base. Hey, you got now you're really ready to go. Let me ask you this. How do you think the Under My Umbrella is going to handle Marcus Stroman?
I think he's going to be Cole's problem more than he's going to be Boone's.
Ooh, that's a great take. You think Stroman would be a bigger problem for Cole than Boone?
Yeah.
That's a good take.
I think that
Cole's about his business, man. Cole's about his business. You know that much. Cole's about his business. You could tell Cole's not about the goofing off shit. He's about just, you know, handling your business and that's it. But he's got to respect him, man. He's got to respect him. That is 1 point, and we're 17 viewers away from 1,000, guys.
Come
hit that
on,
like
guys.
button for us.
Hit that like for us, please.
NYYU is the new world order over here, damn it.
Yes.
Yeah. But no, man, he's gonna they mentioned that too, is that a lot of times when you come John Flaherty, which I'll bring this up because John Flaherty said that Derek Jeter, if they got somebody, Jeet and Joe Torre would come and talk to that guy before anything happened, like, hey man, this is how we do business here, and that's it. That's the way we go about our business, right?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, he mentioned Aaron Judge doing that, and maybe he does. But I have a hard time seeing who that person really is on the Yankees.
Because it's probably Anthony Rizzo.
I would say Rizzo probably more than anybody is more than likely that guy.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that. And that's why a lot of people feel like Rizzo is so important to this team because he is a leader. And I'm not knocking. Don't please nobody. Don't take this as... oh my God, Pete is, knocking Aaron Judge. I'm not at all, but I called every single game last year, just about 2 years in a row now. And I'm sitting there going while I'm watching this, nobody talks to this guy. Glaber Torres puts his head down and gets thrown out from a bobbled baseball in the infield. There's nobody that talks to these guys. Where's the person talking to this team? So I think you got every right in the world to go, well, who is that person in the clubhouse that's going to pull Strowman aside and go, hey, look, man, we understand what's been out there before. We've heard it. All across baseball, we've heard it.
Yeah.
When we don't do business like that here, this team is about winning. That's it. You do your thing and that's it, and we go from there. We got your back. Now we're a team. And yes, the Yankees have added character. There's no denying that. We're going to see how it plays out.
Yeah, we're going to, I think having a veteran presence like Trevino catching him might also be a good person for him to feed off of a little bit. I don't think Trevino will let him get out of line. He could run over Austin Wells, though.
Yeah.
That's something that would concern me, is having a rookie catcher catching him and he gets off to some of his antics. Is Wells really going to be mature enough to go out and check it? Right.
You know what I mean? Or a slow start with a guy like Wells, and then it's kind of, I don't want this guy no more. And then,
right.
Those are the things you got to worry about. And those are the things you worry about with every situation. But again, I'll put this on the screen today too, because the Yankees did have to get some of their guys in arbitration, and they did agree to terms with Nestor Cortez, Victor Gonzalez, Trent Grisham, Clay Holmes, Johnny Loizaga, Clark Schmidt, Juan Soto, of course, because the biggest arbitration deal of all time, $31.5 million. Gleyber Torres, Jose Trevino, and outfielder Alex Verdugo. Everybody has avoided arbitration. I know there was a little bit of concern there that, God forbid, the Yankees got to go to arbitration hearing with Juan Soto. That would end any type of contract going forward.
Yeah, that would be the end.
It never
you
would
might
happen.
as well just trade him at the deadline if they would have done that.
Facts, 100%. Matt Snippet says just 31 million, not 31.5. I thought it was 31.5. Oh, okay. 31.5 was an error, so it was 31 million. Thank you, guys. And Gleyber Torres got under 15 million. I think he got 14 point something, but he did get under the 15. I tell you, man, I'm very thankful that I'm not Brian Cashman, Dane.
I am.
Because I might be upsetting you right now. I might be
going
upsetting
after
you
C's.
right now. Look, if I would call, I agree with you on this. Burns is more of a sure thing. So I would call up Milwaukee first and be like, hey, look, we're going to make a deal. We're going to make a deal with one of the teams for a starting pitcher. We did want to come to you guys first. You're our first choice. Here's the players we're looking to deal. We're willing to deal 3 of these guys.
Yeah.
And I'd have Spencer Jones on there. I'd have Everson Pereira. I have Peraza, and see what it would take to get a deal done. And
would you put Augustine Ramirez in that deal?
Yeah.
With Jones.
Yeah. You gotta, I hate saying it, but you gotta put feelings aside. You gotta put feelings aside on something like this, because as I said before, the minute that the Yankees made that trade and they decided, and Hal Steinbrenner said, no, go get him. The minute that you did that and you decided, we're going to bring Soto here, trade a bunch of shit for him, and I don't mean shit as in bad players, but trade a bunch of players for him.
Right.
You determined that we are gunning for this year. We're not playing around. We're back in business. If you did that, Dane, you can't now sit on your hands and go, we'll try to get what is best and try to make it work. You got to go for it. You got to go for it. And I like Spencer Jones as much as the next person does, and I do. I really do. But if it came to a Burns, and I know you're different than me on this one, if it came to a Dylan Cease right now with Strowman in there, I'd have to seriously think of biting that bullet and going for it. I'd have to.
See, I just can't trade for him when Bieber's still available. I just
Bieber,
don't.
yeah. I'm okay with that.
I don't
too.
see. To me, C still has to come here and get better. He can't be the guy he was last year and give up Spencer Jones.
Or is he that guy that he was last year with a better defense, and he's a better player?
Okay. Let's just say,
who gives a fuck?
Well, let's just say he comes here and pitches to a 3.85 ERA,
which is that, right?
For Spencer Jones.
I don't know, Dane. Let's say, okay, so yeah, I have trouble for that 3.85 with this Yankees offense of what they could be, and he's gonna give you 30 plus starts. That's a tough sell for me not to do that. How many pitches did we have under a 4 ERA last year, Cole? That's pretty big. I'm just saying. I would be more concerned if he pitched to a 4.50. That would be like, oh shit, that's kind of bad. But if he could maintain his stuff and pitch to under a 4 ERA for the Yankees and have 200 Ks and do all that, I think I'd have to sign myself up for that, to be honest. Can Corbin Burns be better? Yeah, no doubt. But I don't disagree with you on the fact of the matter that I would check in to see if Bieber's available, because I do like Spencer Jones. So I would reach out and try to figure out, hey, is there any way that you're willing to make a deal? See what that ask is. And again, Cleveland could also sit there and go, Spencer Jones.
For 1 year, Shane Bieber?
I mean, but what I'm saying is they can do that. They can say, hey, we're not interested in trading for him, but if we do, we'll make a deal. The person we want is Spencer Jones. And you ain't doing that.
No.
Yeah, so I would check in with all the players out there that are available. And because the reason I say it is this, again, this is very, very simple. Everybody knows what that rotation is right this instant. Not everybody's jumping for joy about it, but we can admit that it is better.
Yeah.
But if you sit there then and go Cole, Burns, Rodon, Strowman, and whoever's your number 5. Mm-hmm. Brad, welcome to the U, brother.
Brad.
Thank you, man. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
But if you do that, now that rotation is one of the best rotations in the American League. If you then go, well, forget who it's for. I'm just talking in general. Now you got one of the best rotations in the league. You go back and say Cole, Bieber, Rodon, Strowman, and whoever your number 5 is. Now you also got a really, really strong rotation on paper. Yeah. If you go Cole, Cease, Rodon, Strowman, and whoever your number 5 is, you feel a lot better about your rotation. So the point I'm trying to make here is that anybody you add that's available is going to make you feel a whole lot better about where this club could go next year.
Yes. Now, one thing that we haven't talked about, I just wanted to ask, Blake Snell.
Yeah.
Do you still think that's a possibility?
Ay. Bob Nightingale says no, it's not. Joel Sherman says it is a possibility if his number continues to go down.
Do you think in years or dollars it needs to go down?
Probably, I would have to say, I think in years. I think if he went down, because Mike Rodriguez, who has been right before, he's kind of up. I think, I don't know if him and Hector Gomez works together, but I think he's been right much more than Hector Gomez has been, to be fair. I know Mario said he's been right a lot of the times. I don't know if he was right about this, though, because he said the Yankees offered 3 years over 5 years, $30 million for over 5 years. I don't believe that, because then they're not far apart. If that's true, they're not really far apart on money.
I don't know. I mean,
that wouldn't be far apart.
No, they're not that far apart on money. It's just the years. He wanted 1 more year, is what I read.
See, if I found out that is true, bro, I would absolutely be, I'd be disgusted. I'd be absolutely disgusted. If you find out that that is actually legitimate and the Yankees refuse just to add the extra year, man, I don't know what to say about that, because I just want to win. The goal for me is to win. And as Big Ant there says, Sherman is reporting that the Yankees are still in on Snell. Yeah, he did say that. And he also mentioned Dylan Cease. He said Dylan Cease and Snell, if that money comes down or the years come down, is what they could look to do.
I think if they get Snell, that means they're probably trading Torres to clear up that money. Because right now, with the Strowman,
I wouldn't disagree with that.
With the Strowman signing, they're at about $310 million right this second.
Yeah, for the first time, they're over $300 million confirmed right now. Yeah,
right. Yep. So if you're adding $30 million more for Snell, I don't think that they take that kind of luxury tax hit.
Yeah, it would definitely be a big hit, and I don't think anybody could be mad about that. And I mentioned this many times about Gleyber Torres. He grew on me. In the second half, he was a much better player, man. You very rarely seen Gleyber Torres put his head down and not run. And we have hit 1,000 in here right now. Give yourself a round of applause. Continue to hit that like button. If you are not subscribed
to NYYU, so much.
What are you guys doing? Hit that subby. Come join the you. Join the movement. Join the fam. Join the you. I think you would have to consider Gleyber Torres as a trade, and I don't think there'd be many people truly upset about it, to be honest.
No, if you could add a piece like Snell and move Torres for something that maybe helps in a year or two, I think that would make a lot of sense. And you could live with Peraza at second base.
Yeah, and Dane has done, and the great thing about you and what you and Carlos do here is it gives us an understanding of if certain guys are traded, what type of things you can do. We know who the Yankees have coming up, right? We know about Jared Serna, and a lot of people believe he could be a breakout star this year in the Yankee system. We know about Roger Arias. You believe he might have a higher ceiling than Jason Dominguez does, and he's an infielder.
Yeah, I do believe his ceiling is higher. Doesn't mean he'll hit his ceiling, but I do believe overall his ceiling is higher.
And so that's the point right there, man, is that there are possibilities. Gleyber Torres getting $14 million, a little 14 point something, so close to 15. I don't disagree with Dane on that one. I think if that were to open up and the Yankees somehow tried to fit in Snell also, I mean, my God, you're looking at Cole, Snell, Rodon, Strowman, and let's say Clark Schmidt is your number 5, or Nestor. However, you could even trade Nestor too. Then if that's the case, you could trade Nestor and Gleyber Torres.
Yeah, and go with Will Warren as your 5th.
Yeah, I mean, you could trade both. You could trade. You could definitely add Nestor in a deal on that. I think Nestor only got a couple of million, so it's not anything insane, but you certainly could do that.
Yeah.
And there's many options, and one of the things we talk about a ton here is Brian Cashman being creative. Is Brian Cashman having creativity, doing a deal like that? Maybe there's even a way to get one of the starting pitchers from Seattle. I mean, that's a cheaper deal. That's a cheaper deal that wouldn't cost. It probably wouldn't cost a Spencer Jones, but you might be able to get Wu or Miller over here, and that wouldn't also be a terrible option.
Yeah, and then you got to go back down to Miami. Edward Cabrera is still there.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Gosh, to me, that deal just makes so much sense.
For both teams, too. That's the crazy thing. It's a deal that you always kind of bring your mind back to because it just makes so much sense for both teams. Miami needs a starting shortstop. We got him. Edward Cabrera got friggin' lights out stuff. He just has trouble throwing strikes. But again, with a guy like Matt Blake, I mean, you got to feel kind of comfortable with him getting him a little better and making him a little better. I mean, you got to be okay with that.
Yeah, I would love to see him have that opportunity. I think Cabrera's problem is sequencing more than a total lack of command.
I agree because we've watched a couple of games where he looks phenomenal. I mean, and he's painting corners.
Oh, yeah, with his breaking pitches, too, not just his fastball. So he can control both his off-speed and his fastball.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to go back to sequencing and seeing if that couldn't be the issue a little bit. But I don't know. I just know that they can't be done after tonight. It's Strowman. They got to do something else.
Oh man, I'm right there with you, man. There's no other way of really seeing it. We want to be excited about it, and I'm not gonna sit here and not wish Marcus Stroman well because now he's on our side. So, like I said before, as a New Yorker and as Yankee fans, we can easily forgive, but we're not going to forget. And it's also going to be very easy to pop those receipts out again. It might sound petty, but New Yorkers are a little petty. So we're going to break those receipts out very, very quickly if Marcus Stroman struggles. And I hope to God that he doesn't. I hope he's one of the better pitchers in the league. That would be great. That's only good news for the Yankees. But adding to that rotation is still key, man. It's a year that the Yankees have to try to win. They can't sit on their hands. Have they spent money? Yes. Have they brought in a major trade? Yes. One that a lot of us almost had to see it to believe it. Even though it felt like it would happen, we had to kind of see it to believe it. That's why our reactions was so crazy.
Right.
But if I keep thinking of this Mike Rodriguez tweet, I just can't believe that tweet is real. I don't believe that, because the one about the 5 years, 30 million a year AAV for Snell, I just don't believe that. I can't wrap my head around believing that, because the idea was that the Yankees were they were far apart on money. How the hell could that be far apart on money?
They're not.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
yeah, it was just a year. I guess they could view it as far apart as because they're literally $30 million apart, but it's for 1 year extra.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't understand how that could be the case. Do you have any type of prediction on how you truly believe Marcus Stroman is going to perform here?
I think if he has enough balls to come here, I can't see him being bad. I think he'll be about, I'll say, a 3.85 ERA.
Hey, man, karma's a bitch, they say.
Yeah?
Karma's a bitch. I mean, sometimes things come back and bite you on the ass, man. He made statements. Again, I'm just going to repeat it. Made a couple of statements about some Yankee pitchers not being able to do it in the big moments and in the postseason. You might get that chance, and I hope for your sake that he does well, because that is not going to be cute, because I can see the tweets already. Well, I guess we add you to the list.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can see all the tweets already about it, but he is from New York. So, he's from he pitched well in New York already. I do know the Mets are different than the New York Yankees, but he pitched with the Mets already. So he kind of has that understanding of what it's like.
At least he's familiar with the media.
Correct. Steve, you're right. He's not wrong. And nobody said he is. I'm not saying he's wrong about what he said about the Yankees. But the fact of the matter is, remember, he's going to have to live to that standard now too, because guess what? He's being looked upon as a solution to that problem.
Yep.
And if you don't perform, what happened? You couldn't do it either? That's going to be the comment. It just is. I'm giving you guys a spoiler alert.
Oh, I would hate to be Brian Cashman if he's bad. And this is the only move.
I'm there with you, man.
Ooh.
I'm there with you. And, there hasn't been any other names that the Yankees are connected to. I know a couple of days ago, I think it was Joel Sherman who said that there could be other starting pitchers that the Yankees have talked to about trades. And he goes, this probably is, but that we have just not heard about yet. Again, one of those players, again, I brought up guys like Mitch Keller because I know there's that relationship with Brian Cashman. We know all the names that are still out there. It is getting late. I know it is January 11th. It's starting to get to that point where you want to start seeing the structure of your team take place. I just don't know if the Yankees are going to give up what it's going to take to land any of the bigger starting pitcher names out there. I don't know if they're going to do that.
I think that this signing tonight actually makes it less likely that they give up a huge package for somebody, maybe at the deadline, but I just don't see them making the move that we want.
That's what I worry about, is that, like you said, and I gotta give you credit, man. You call that if that does indeed happen. I know you don't want that to happen.
No,
but you call that that they may get their one guy and go put their hands up and say, "We're done. That's it."
Well, they got two. Weaver is a rotation piece.
He is, no doubt, no question about it, and he's gonna have to have a spot. So it's odd because they are putting together so many pieces here that you kind of start looking around and going, is there gonna be a trade? Is a starter gonna be moved? Is Nestor Cortez gonna be traded? Is Are they working on additional moves? I think they might trade somebody from their pen also.
I can see that. They have so much depth in that, like Loizica.
Yes, exactly. I could see them kind of saying, hey, this guy hasn't proven he could be healthy. When he's good, he's still a bit wild. You know, maybe this is a guy we throw in. Tommy Canley has a little additional money that maybe you look to move that money. We got a super chat from our guy, Jeff J, the GOAT.
Jeff.
Evening, fam. Sending you a little native New Yorker Fordham grad stuck in NorCal. Love. Fingers crossed that we get another starter. Jeff, that is where we all are, man. We all want the starter. And as Dane said, we did get 2 starters today, to be fair, in Luke Weaver and Marcus Stroman. Is it ideal? Is it what we want? You know, people are going to get mad at me when I say this. I said it before, I say it again. I like the Luke Weaver deal. There's so many people that hated it. I'm like, oh my God, I liked it.
I don't hate it, especially with the way that he performed once Cole started working with him.
Gave him a new grip to throw the fastball, and he moved up in velo and everything. It looked a lot better.
Yeah, he looked actually really solid. I mean, I remember you calling those games and we were going, oh man, he's just going to get shelled. And wondering why Gomes wasn't getting a start over him or something like that. And he was actually he was not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't bad at all. We got a super chat here from one of my favorite names here, Titty Smacker 25. Oh, that makes me want to dance. Dane just does a little shimmy. I like that.
I do. Just a little shake.
Did Bigfoot teach you that?
Yes.
I figured he did. He says this move is booty cheeks. Booty cheeks. That goes back to my good friend Bad Dog. That's Little Bad Dog says booty cheeks. And we'll see. Hey, I'll tell you this right now. Game Season Live is going to be entertaining when he pitches.
Oh, it will be.
Game Season Live is going to be really entertaining when Marcus
The whole
Stroman
stadium
pitches.
is going to be interesting when he pitches. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I hope he's phenomenal. I really do.
I do too.
I really do. Let's do a little check here. You think maybe he started unblocking some people?
I don't know. Probably not.
let's take a look and see. Let me see if if Stro unblocked NYYU. Let's take a look. Come on, Stro. Come on, Stro. Bring us back, my guy. Oh, it's still blocked. Come on, Stro, you son of a bitch. Bring us back, my guy. Nah, man, but I really hope Strowman's the get. I hope he's the get. I hope he's a good get. And he does well, but I just need that 09 type off season.
That's
I
what
need
I
that
want,
09
man.
type off season, man. I need one friggin' more, man. I need one more move. Dylan Cease is now trending, by the way, on X. Probably because of Joel Sherman. Let's see. There's little reason the Yankees. Here it goes. Let's see what this is from. Brendan Cuddy just was put this out in an article. Thanks to Bobby Malone, our friend. He put the quote out here. There's little reason for the Yankees to duck out of conversations with the Chicago White Sox for Dylan Cease, the Cleveland Guardians for Shane Bieber, or the Brewers for Corbin Burns. There's also discussions they have had with the Miami Marlins for Jesus Luzardo. So what he's basically saying there is kind of where I was when the deal first happened. Is like, I'm happy I'm not Brian Cashman, because I would almost be so anxious now to get one more piece. And I always keep things real. It certainly would affect my judgment. That's why.
That's why you have other. Well, you have other pieces around you. I think Cashman had.
I couldn't be a GM, Dane. I'm just telling you right now. I couldn't be a GM.
You do pretty well on MLB The Show, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I mean, my Dylan Cease is pitching to like a 2.61 ERA, but he's pitching good there. I don't know if he'll do it in real life, but he's pitching pretty damn good in that game.
Now for that, if for 2.64 ERA,
hell yeah,
I'd give up Spencer Jones.
Whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
Shit, if you can guarantee that, whatever the hell you want, take them. Take whoever you need.
Yep.
But I'm happy to even read that because I'm, agree, disagree, whatever you like, man. I agree with this statement. I think there is certainly little reason for the Yankees to duck out any of those conversations right now. None of those guys get paid a lot. By the way, Dylan Cease, I believe, is only taking a little over $8 million.
Right.
I think Burns might have got 15.
14.3, I think I saw.
14.3, and then Bieber got 13. I don't know what Jesus Luzardo got. I didn't see that.
I think it was around 8.
8?
Yeah.
So, again, man, you're talking about some guys here who are not not gigantic contracts here.
Right.
So the only guys on that list that would you trade Spencer Jones in a deal for Luzardo?
Depends
3 years
on what
of control,
else.
hard throwing lefty. Depends on what else would be added to that.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Okay. I can't believe I'm agreeing with Michael K yesterday. I'm agreeing with Brendan Cuddy today. I don't know what the hell is going on here, but I'm there with them on that. I agree. I think there's little reason for the Yankees to try to back out of a deal now with any of those teams, especially, look, you're the Yankees. And this is my problem when it comes to some of the prospect stuff is not that these guys don't have a chance of being good, but they're not at this level. And I know that sounds silly because, well, they never had the chance. So it's hard to do that. But my thing is, man, I believe this team can have a chance to win. I really believe this team could have a chance to win. And if you can add potentially a number 2 behind Garrett Cole, Marcus Stroman's more at that bottom of that rotation, because then you're not looking at him as having to do 170 plus innings, having to have a low 3 ERA. You're more looking at it as being just be serviceable. If you could be serviceable there, we should be good. I'm happy I'm not the only one thinking that way because, again, there'd be a lot of Yankee fans that are prospect lovers that would hate me right now because I'd be on the phone with every one of those teams.
Yeah. And I'm not a Cease fan because he's somebody who I think Blake would have to fix.
Yeah.
Right. That's the only reason I don't like that wouldn't like the Cease move. But for Burns, I think you'd have to seriously consider giving up Jones.
I think that's a real possibility. I mean, if you are the Milwaukee Brewers,
yeah,
here's a team who needs offense. They've always every year. It's like they're out there searching for offense.
Right.
You're not going to re-sign this guy. Every one of their mother knows this. This is set in stone. It's like when Ohtani left and everybody's like, oh, he's going to go back to the Angels. Everybody knows he's not going to go back to the Angels.
No.
It's not going to happen. Burns is a guy that no matter what happened, you really can't get mad at the GM for making that move.
No.
Right? So
no,
even if,
can't.
knock on wood, God forbid, he tails off a bit, and you're like, damn, this was not good. You can't really get mad if we gave up a lot to get him in the first place, because now this is truly a World Series caliber team. You can say that and be open and honest about it.
Oh, if you add Burns, flat out, this is a World Series caliber team.
And see, and that's, again, exactly why when the deal happened, I'm sitting there going, I am very happy I'm not Brian Cashman. Right. Because that is my thought process. And you're right. That's why you have other people around you, because you can seriously convince me to go, hey, Pete, hold on. That same package you want to give for Cease, I think you should look at Burns first and see what happens. Because no doubt about it, we all know he's a better pitcher. There's no
without
denying
question.
That. Everybody knows that. He's a better pitcher. I mean, I'll throw this on the screen real quick. Let's take a look at this. I mean, this tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, I think he's the second best right-hand starter behind Garrett Cole.
No question.
Maybe a healthy Sandy Alcantara might be better, but you could argue.
So if you could make a deal right now, what is something you could put together for him? Whoops, that's just a one screen. Here we go.
For Burns?
Yeah, like if you had to call them and they're like, I don't know, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna make them an offer they can't friggin' refuse. I'm really gonna go in on this. What do you think?
Jones, Warren, Peraza, and Augustine Ramirez.
Jones, Warren, Peraza, and Augustine Ramirez. You think that gets it done?
For 1 year,
That's what I'm saying. 1 year.
that's a lot.
So you do that. Let's just say, for an example, you do that. You then go trade Gleyber Torres, and maybe you replenish some of that. You don't worry necessarily about, oh my God, it's somebody helping the club this moment. You can sit back and go.
You couldn't trade both Peraza and Torres.
No, not. Oh, you added Peraza in the deal. My bad. I didn't hear that.
So just swap out Peraza for Pereira.
Okay. Yeah. So if you did something like that, now you can go and trade a Gleyber Torres, really just get the best prospect take back you can get.
Mm-hmm.
And go from there. And you kind of replenished a little bit of that and go from that. But my God, I mean, think about that for a second, folks. Cole, Burns, Rodon, Strowman, and again, whoever the hell you want your number 5 starter to be.
Yeah, it could be literally anyone. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Get Mario out there.
Yeah, we'll throw Mario on the mound. Why not? We'll throw Mario on the mound. He was going to join me today too, folks, by the way, but he had school, so he wasn't able to. I just want, to shout that out, that Mario.
Did you see that video of him throw him on the mound?
Look good, right?
He looked pretty good.
Yeah, he looked good. Let's see. This was from, and again, I'm sorry, but I don't think Jim Bowden ever gets anything right.
No.
But Jim Bowden said the Yankees' agreement with Marcus Stroman allows them to be able to focus on the bullpen with possible adds of Hader, Hicks, and or Peralta and stay within a planned budget range of 2024. I don't think this guy ever knows what the hell he's talking about.
So the planned budget is, if he's right,
is what, 350?
330?
Something? 330 something? Yeah, because where are they at right now? Do you know?
310.
They're at 310 right now. If that's the case, let's just say Hader. Hader's $21 million. That's 330.
No, don't say Hader.
I'm just saying for an example. If that is true, then their budget is probably closer to around 350 because he said and or. So two pieces for the bullpen is what he's saying. So if that's 20 and say another 8, yeah, that's closing in on over 340.
There's no way.
Yeah, I think the only way they'd probably do that is if Snell really came down on his price in years. Or maybe not even his price, but his years.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't see them going after Hader. Yeah. I would be very, very frustrated if that happened.
Yep. And guys, we are 8 subbies away from 22,750 as we work our way to 23K. There ain't no stopping this train, baby. There ain't no stopping this damn train. The hell's tomorrow? Friday?
Yep.
All right. Friday's coming up. Everybody knows we got Bronx and nothing on Saturday. Designated Spitters on Sunday. I'll confirm Designated Spitters time. I got to get with Francis on that one to see if the time is still good on that. But no, man, we've had a lot of people. Oh, matter of fact, what am I doing?
Voicemails.
I forgot about the voicemails. My God, give me a second. I forgot.
L.I., I have had that conversation with you about Hader. Don't troll. Because
oh my God. He's not in the mood, let me tell you.
No.
He's not in the mood right now, L.I. Don't friggin' mess with Dane, okay? We don't want to hear your Hader bullshit. All right, can I get to the voicemail? We're good.
Please.
Okay.
Hey, Pete. Sheila from Rhode Island. I think that we still have to go after Snell. I don't think the rotation is good enough as is. We need one more piece, and then hopefully we bring 28 and 24. So what do you think? And go Yankees, and have a good day.
Dane?
Yeah, I would love Snell. I just don't think that they're going to add another $30 million to that payroll.
Yeah, that's a tough sell, man. I feel like if anything, it will be via trade.
Yeah, I think it would
Right?
be a trade.
Yeah.
I don't see another signing coming.
I think via trade is the route they go. Let's keep them going, guys. I want to get to your voicemails today. Look, we don't leave any voicemails out there. I want to get to them. Let's keep it going.
What's up, Danny? What's up, Pete? Now that we got Strowman, most likely we're gonna have to sign Snell. I think maybe like between 6 years, 150, 170, somewhere around there. We should do enough to get him. You know. And Dan, I got a question for you. Can you tell me more about, Henry Lene, if I said his name right, and I think Christopher Familia, if you could tell me more on them, so maybe we could kind of work out a trade with the Indians to get Beaver, and then next year we could get Burns, and then we will have a top rotation. I appreciate the show. This is Nelson from the Bronx. You heard?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, he
You
asked
want
you a
me to
question.
go?
No,
I know.
I was waiting for him to for you to answer.
Christopher Familia is a young left-hand hitting outfielder. He hit 307 with 35 extra base hits, 22 home runs in 68 games. He's in high A. Henry Lalane is the guy who I think is our highest ceiling pitching prospect in the system. He's 6'7".
Damn.
19 years old and throws 97, 98. Has a wipeout slider, a plus changeup. But what's really special about him is the control and the command at that age and that size is just not something you ever see. He only walked 5 hitters in his whole year this year. So he's got premium command already. It's a starter's pitch package. It's a body that's only going to get bigger and stronger as he gets older. That's not a kid that you trade ever.
Yeah, Henry Lalane looks like an absolute stud. If you guys missed the video, it has the thumbnail has Spencer Jones on it, but I'd recommend if anybody really wants to learn a lot more about those guys, Dane did a great job of breaking them down. There's a ton of them out there. And that's one of the other reasons too, Dane, why I'm almost in a sense of being a bit willing to move some of these guys that are at the little bit higher levels, because they do have a shit ton coming up. I mean, you can't really deny what they do have coming up.
Yeah, what they have in that FCL team that's going to be in Tampa this year, it's just phenomenal. Kiner Delgado was the league MVP of the FCL. Switch hitting middle infielder that can play third base. He's an incredible bat-to-ball skills guy. 2 years in a row with more walks than strikeouts. You have Emmanuel Tejada, who is another kid that's very Jose Altuve-like, another all-star. You have Roderick Arias, George Lombard, and then you get in the outfield and you got some really exciting guys like Willie Montero, who hit 348 this year and just absolutely is a bat-to-balls machine.
Yeah.
And then the most exciting kid down there might be John Cruz. He's a big 6'3", left-hand hitting corner outfielder that can play center. And he finished second in RBIs and third in home runs in that league as a 17-year-old. He's incredible.
Yeah, so again, this is why I tell you guys, if you are not subscribed, subscribe, because Dane and Carlos, Yankees Farm, a lot of you might know them from Instagram, Yankees Farm. They do a show here called The Farm Report. I know we still got almost 800 people in here. Just letting everybody know, if you love Yankee prospects, this is the place to be. If you love anything Yankee, it's the place to be. 7 subscribers away from 22,750. Let's keep the voicemails going. We got a few more.
Hey, Pete. I'm watching your stream right now with Dane. What's up, guys?
Yo.
What the hell are we doing getting Strowman? Oh, my God. He better be ready for backlash if he doesn't work out. All right, guys. One more thing. Do you think that we sign Snell? And the deal that I would do would be 10 years, about maybe 2.5.
10
over
years
10 years
for Snell?
for Snell. Thank you.
That was so perfectly timed.
Yeah, that was what I was laughing at, not the voicemail.
Yeah, I wasn't laughing at the voicemail. It was perfectly timed.
Yeah.
10 years for Snell. You're going to sign that dude till he's 41 years old? Wow. You got to wrap my head around this one. Hold on a second.
Yeah. I have trouble going 5 years for Snell. 10, hard pass.
I'm sitting there going, man, oh man, shit. I'd be risking going 6. 5,
yeah, that I would do
with, man, but damn. That's quite a bit there. Let's keep the voicemails coming. Wow. All right. Nope. Let me delete that one. That's not working. Let's move on to the next.
What up, Simonetti? And damn it, Dane. It's the one and only from neighborhood. DJ Feely, you're calling in again. Oh, man. I don't know how to feel about Marcus Stroman, man. Like I said, previous, he was like a last option for me. The fact that you get Marcus Stroman before Blake Snell, it tends me to believe that they're not going after Blake Snell. I don't know why. It's just a gut feeling, man. Especially with the way the front office has been running things for like the past, 10 plus years. I don't see Blake Snell come to the Yankees, man. I hate the feeling, but I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that way, or if there's a lot of people like me that feel that way. I want to hear you guys' thoughts about that. Also, I got a joke for you guys. This is going to be special because damn it, Dane is in it.
Here we go.
Which bear is the most condescending? A pan, duh. Peace.
Oh my God. Wow. A panda. Vodka.
If we ever get an office one day, we're gonna have an intern that walks over when you yell vodka.
No problem, man. Just pours me a glass. I'll be all for that. That'll work all damn day for me, damn it. Let's keep the voicemails going. We got a few more, baby. And by the way, I think Kev from the Bronx and Nothing said he might join. He's still thinking about it. I don't know what there is to think about, but I'm going to go ahead and just say, okay, all right. We can thinking about it, okay? But let's get to the next voicemail, folks. Maybe the Yankees, it's probably too late for them to make a move today, but who knows?
Hey, fellas. Fast Eddie here. How you doing?
Oh, my God.
Fast Eddie.
Pete and Dane, both you guys up there today. Always good stuff with you two.
Thank you.
Yeah, not happy about the Strowman deal. But at the end of the day, if we get the other guy too, the hell's whatever his name is, we're trying to get that lefty. If you look at on paper, we're a lot better than we were last year, and that's kind of the way I'm looking at it. I can't get pissed off about it.
True.
We're trying to make moves to get better, and signing Snell and Strowman, it technically does make us better. So, what an off season, man. All right, guys, you're doing a great job, man. I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in there about that. We are better now than we were, so, hopefully some good times ahead. All right, fellas, take care. Bye.
Fast Daddy, we love you, brother. We love you, man.
You, Eddie.
It doesn't feel like a voicemail show if Fast Eddie's voice isn't on, and I'll tell you right now, but look, man, you got every single right to not be jumping for joy on this move. I've said it before. I'm choosing to say, hey, I'm gonna hope this guy does well. Let bygones be bygones to the sense. But again, we got the receipts. So I'm just simply saying, you had the balls to come here. You better show off now. You better show off. That's it. You had the balls to come here after all that shit that was talked. all that stuff was said, then guess what, man? You better show up and show out. It's that simple. Show up and show out, and we'll be happy for you. We'll be cheering you on.
Absolutely.
Last 2 more voicemails coming up. Let's get to this one here.
Hey, Pete, it's Matt again. Do you think that Booney Bubbles is in the hot seat this year? I believe he is, but I'm wondering what you think. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Love you guys. Let's go, Yankees. Chase for 28. Let's go.
I love you too, brother, man. Thank you so much. Booney Bubbles. Look, I'll say it's his final year. It's Boone's last year, man. If the Yankees do add somebody else, I mean, the pressure's all on Boone to win.
Yeah, Boone doesn't win with the roster they're putting together. You got to get somebody else.
No question. I mean, now you got no damn chance. Let's get to one more voicemail, and then Kev from the Bronx to Nothing is going to join. David DeJesus, my guy, thank you for the super chat. Who else we got up in here? Oh, Dane, I brought it back. We got another super chat. I had to bring it back. You know, you just fall in love with something and you can't let go.
Yeah.
I couldn't let go, guy. David Cohen says Yankees should sign Snell and defer some money. If it works for the Dodgers, it can work for us.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. It worked for those sons of bitches. Why can't we do it? David DeJesus. Thank you. David DeJesus. He was a good ball player. Remember David DeJesus?
Yes.
He was a good ball player for a while. Is this the David DeJesus, Kansas City Royals? I used to trade for him back in the day and put him on the Yanks, actually, in the old school games. Maybe MVP Baseball 04. Might have been that one. All right, well, let's get to the next verse. That was a great game. Besides the sons of bitches had that stupid-ass Red Sox song. That's all you ever heard.
Oh,
Ship him out to Boston. Oh, fuck you. That's what I sing as a little kid. You know, ship him out to Boston. Fuck you.
Right.
I wouldn't say it loud because my parents would kill me, but, you know. Yeah, see, John knows the Jesus and MVP was a stud. He was an absolute beast in that game. I remember David DeJesus. Good ball player. Let's get to the next voicemail.
See, I think we need to get Hicks. Then, you know, that shit won't cost as much as Hader. Maybe we can pick up another starter through trade.
Okay.
Bieber's looking a little better, maybe. I doubt it, really. But I like Hicks. I think he's cheaper than Hader, and if Blake should be able to do some magic with him. Thank y'all. Y'all have a great night. Great show.
Yeah, have a good night too,
man.
my guy. I appreciate you. But yes, I agree with that 150%. Dane, do you have some final words for us? Because Kev is waiting.
No, just thanks for having me on, guys. We'll see you again soon.
Come on, Dane. You got to give us something better than that. I need something better than that. Come on, man. Tell the truth. What do you feel like? I got to get this from you because, you know, we got to know.
I want
Dane.
Corbin Burns, dude.
That's what I wanted to hear. You think it's really, I mean, it's obviously possible.
It's possible. I think it's more likely of a move that would happen closer to the deadline.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it can happen. And I really want him long term. If I could pick any one pitcher long term, he's it.
That's the guy. All right, brother. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate you, fam.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Talk to you soon, Dane.
All right, bye.
All right, guys. We got the one, the only Kev from the Bronx or nada coming on right now. Let's see where Kev is up to. Okay, there he is. Whoops, there he is.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, my guy? How you doing? Smacky that like, hitty that sub.
Hello, Kantowski. I mean, listen, man. I was just watching you guys all night.
Wait a second. I need to hear the Kalo Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh, yeah. Kalo Kentucky Fried Chicken, mi gente. Kalo Kantowski. How you doing?
I told Jira, I said, babe, is that really a thing? She goes, yeah. That's
Kalo Kentucky, Kalo Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah, that's real, guys. I'll have a few different hellos here and there, whatever I'm feeling. I mean, it's a little, I don't know, man. I've been hearing you guys, and I was watching NYST, of course, for checking out that ground ball percentage.
Yeah,
of
ground ball percentage is up there for Strowman, man. It's up there.
And listen, at the end of the day, this is how I look at it, Chad.
Let's hear this.
Does he make the rotation better?
Yeah, he does.
Is he better than Nestor Cortez?
Yeah.
Is he better than Luis Hill?
Yeah, of course. You can't talk about that right now. No doubt about it. Better.
And at the end of the day, that's how we have to look at it as fans. They made the rotation
he's better than Clark Schmidt, right?
I would say that as well.
Yeah.
We just got this guy for 18 and a half. Giolito's making 19.
Big. Yeah.
Right? So it's like, what are we arguing? I get it. It's not the flashy move.
Mm-hmm.
This does have a huge buzz potential. I get that too. But it also
it could get really ugly quick.
It could get really ugly quick unless some miraculously the dude has understand that if he goes through a stretch where 2 bad starts in a row, he's bad, and he stays away from Twitter and he refocuses and comes back, then we might be seeing a different situation with Strowman. Has it happened before? I mean, you go look at his track record. This dude has been pretty solid his whole entire career.
I mean, you could look back to last year. He was one of the best pitchers in the National League in the first half. He pitched to a 3.02 ERA in the first half of the year. So he got hurt and he tailed off.
He got hurt one. People say, why did he signed out? Maybe opt out. He wasn't going to get that money. Maybe he didn't want to be in Chicago. I think that he knew that he probably didn't want to be there. Maybe he didn't want to risk furthering an injury in the second half. Took it a little light.
Yeah,
that could happen too. He did come out of the pen a few instances too. I mean, that's not something he was accustomed to too. So let's not sit here and act like this is a horrendous move. I mean, I get it. I mean, we all wanted Snell. The Yankees offered him 150, 30 million AAV. What more does Snell want? I mean,
and again, to me, if that is true, I don't understand how the Yankees couldn't find a way to make that work. That's, I guess, my concern. If that is legit, they couldn't be that far apart on money.
Well, that was my thing, too. Like, if that was the case, why not go add the club option toward the end if he wanted the extra year?
No doubt. Add the club option, maybe.
With a decent buyout.
You couldn't bump it to $32 million?
Correct.
A year? $33 million? Like, it was really going to hurt you that bad? So, I don't know how much I really believe that was really the offer. But I want to get your take on what I said and what Dane said. I don't know if you're the same way as me. But after getting a guy like Marcus Stroman, I have a very, very hard time holding all my prospects and not getting another big starter. I have a very tough time. The arbitration numbers have been very, very nice for these guys.
Yeah.
It's tough for me to sit back as the GM of this club after getting Soto and sit there and go, Stroman's good enough.
Yeah,
that's going to be good enough for us. I'd be fighting tooth and nail with everybody to see what Burns is going to cost. I know Dane's not as big on Dylan Cease as I am.
I'm huge on Dylan Cease, but I feel like the Yankees are not trading Spencer Jones though.
That's my thing.
I think, I mean, if you were going to trade Spencer Jones, wouldn't you trade it for the guy with 2 years of control? Unless you can get away with maybe giving an extra arm and getting Corbin Burns or Bieber. But, I mean, I know Dane said he wants Corbin Burns. Obviously, I would take Corbin.
I would love Burns, 100%. No doubt about it.
The Yankees have a significant amount of money coming off the payroll next year. I don't think you're getting Snell anymore. I think we could kiss that goodbye. I think it has to be via trade. Saying all that to say this, if I'm betting and putting money, I think it's going to be Burns or Bieber. I think Chicago has stuck where they want 2 top 10s and maybe they really want Spencer Jones and the Yankees don't want to get rid of Spencer. And I understand it. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, to an extent, I mean, they want Spencer, but they still have Benintendi out there and Luis Robert in center field. So I don't know. I mean, so I mean, could the Yankees maybe try and sweeten it up and give in 2 top 10s with the extra top 20 guy in between the 15 and 20 range? I don't know. It remains to be seen. But if the Yankees could somehow still land Cease via trade, oh my God, does this signing look even better?
That's where I am. And the shout out Brandon Cuddy, he put out an article. In the article, it says exactly what my original thought was. He said it. He's like, I find it very, very hard to see the Yankees kind of holding back prospects in any of these deals at this moment. When you landed Marcus Stroman, I'm that's where I am with him. Strowman deal looks awesome right now. Like you said, $18 million. It's hard to sit there and go, even everything that's happened, it's hard to see that and go, it's a terrible signing. It's hard to have that response.
Giolito got 19
I don't
and a
understand
half.
that. Yeah, it's
Who's
when
better?
I heard it. So when he first signed, I'm sitting there going, damn, they gave this dude like 23, 24 million a year. I'm like, wow, that's going to be crazy. When I saw 18, I said, holy shit. I said,
I thought it was going to be that. I
said,
wish I
"That's
would
not
have
bad."
tweeted it or something. I thought it was going to be, I think I did put it in one of our chats one day. I think I said 32 or 33 with a club option. So, I mean, I was pretty close. So, yeah, because the thing is also it's security for an extra year for him. I mean, obviously, if he does well, the Yankees pick up the option, and stuff like that. But I think when it comes to Strowman too, it seems there's a lot of tweets about Strowman in the past. There are also a lot of good tweets. I remember he tweeted once about when the Yankees got Stanton and Aaron Judge having an MVP caliber year, and he was tweeting about that. And it just seems that the Yankees weren't interested in him when the Mets signed him, and he felt some type of way. And maybe he jumped the gun and he went on Twitter. Listen, I'm not gonna give him a pass for it. I mean, you're a grown up. I don't think he apologized. I'm pretty sure he's gonna apologize now. But you're a Yankee now. Now we got to turn the page, fans. It is what it is. We have to turn that page, and from now on, we judge him as of opening day. He's gonna go. I mean, listen, he goes out there and shoves with the Stros. If he's pitching the third game of the Stros season, he's set up to opening day in Toronto.
Yeah,
so
that's
Pete,
right.
Get ready, Pete. We're gonna be there.
Ready.
So
I'm absolutely ready for it, man.
Guy starts off 2-0. Oh my God, bro! Who's gonna be? People are gonna hate Strowman if he's shoving with the Yankees, and you're gonna love.
Yeah, of course, and that's good, and that's good because we've been calling for that for a long time for the Yankees to get know that attitude on the team. It's just I said this about Strowman beforehand. I said, you know what? At the end of the day, this dude has to have a set of balls on him. Because you can very well sit back and go, I'm not going to go to that team after all that.
Yeah.
This dude, he probably,
he wanted to be a Yankee.
He wanted the way I see it is you're right. He wanted to be he said, F this. I'm going to be a New York Yankee. Let's get this done. You can't convince me to say there was no team that was going to offer this guy at least $20 million a season. You can't convince me after what everybody else was getting.
Correct. And Pete, doesn't it seem funny that the Yankees are getting a lot of attitude guys? It looks like they heard us talking about you have to be able to play in New York after going off after the likes of Gallo and that shitting the bed and so on and so forth. Now you're getting guys with attitudes who who can perform because he played with the Mets. So let's not sit here. It's still New York media. So they're getting guys that seem to want to be in the spotlight, and you can't get mad at that.
And I do want to share these comments again because I couldn't agree with Brendan Cuddy more. There's two different ones. There's one I missed earlier, but I want to read both of these off. He said there's little reason for the Yankees to duck out of conversations with the Chicago White Sox for Dylan Cease, the Cleveland Guardians for Shane Bieber, or the Brewers for Burns. There's also the discussions they have had with the Miami Marlins for Jesus Luzardo. He then continues, while the Yankees would prefer not to trade from the tippy top of their prospects list, they risk not capitalizing on the prime years of Cole and Judge. Expecting Strowman to be the team's number 2, however talented he may be, is a gamble, considering his recent injury history. And again, spot the hell on. It is spot on.
What have we been saying? Take advantage of Cole and Judge's prime.
You have to.
The window is now.
The window is
these next 3 to 5 years. Are you gonna maximize it or not? Are you gonna go on a run and maybe win 1, win 2, get to the World Series? I mean, what are we doing here? We'll worry about 2030 when it looks like the Dodgers won't be able to sign anybody in 2030 when they have
the world's gonna they gotta tip the world's ending, so they're like, fuck it, defer everybody's contract.
Who cares? The stadium's gonna be rocking, chicken buckets gonna be double the price, and we're gonna have chicharrones with the tones. I mean, it doesn't matter, bro.
Can I just say something real quick? And I've said this before, man. If they traded Spencer Jones, ain't nobody going to give a poot about Spencer Jones. I'm sorry. I know there's people that like him right now. I get it. But, guys, if they got anybody, if they got him for Dylan Cease, there's going to be people that are going, oh, yeah, we got Cease. Okay, cool.
You know what I think? We still got Ben Rice. We still got Jared Serna. We still got Vivas, who looks all right. We got from the Dodgers. We still got guys in there. They ain't told you. Listen,
Roderick Arias is going to be our top prospect very soon. Brandon Maia. We got Augustine Ramirez. We got a lot, man. Henry Lalane. We got a bunch of these damn guys that are going to come over. And I get it, man. I'm right. Trust me, I'm right there with a lot of people that really like what Spencer Jones could become.
I like he's going on me for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I'm very, very excited about what the future can hold for a guy like Spencer Jones. But again, I'm right there with Brendan Cuddy, man. This is about the New York Yankees and who we are. It's about a legacy. It's about a team that has to get back to the World Series.
100%.
And for me, just me. I'm not talking for everybody. Just me. I find it very difficult to have a prospect stop me from doing that. I'm sorry. I have a problem with that.
No, yeah. I mean, if the reports are true, we're gonna end up coming here, unfortunately, 5 years from now, if this guy doesn't pan out, and we're gonna be smacking our heads, saying we had Soto, Judge, Cole, we had these guys. We have. This is a nice ass team for this year, bro. Even for this year. You're adding Cease to this.
Oh, my God.
It's giving you can now put Nestor in the pen because Schmidt could be the fifth starter or Nestor or trade him. Like, what are we arguing about right now?
Think about this, too, Kev. With all those starting pitchers that are no longer available, how attractive does Nestor Cortez become to a team?
Exactly. At that price.
So, again, I did this with Dane on here. Cole, Cease, Rodon, Strowman, Schmidt, whoever it is.
Let me get El Diablo.
You got it? Oh, I got it.
No, you got it.
El Diablo.
You do. Cole, Burns. You guys get where I'm going.
Whatever.
Where I'm going
Burns,
at here.
Yeah, add Burnsy there too.
It doesn't matter. You just go do it. Peter DeLuca says maybe Chicago wants more than just Spencer Jones. Right now, the hangup is Spencer Jones.
It's Spencer.
So
man. They believe he's a left-handed judge.
And whatever else could be there, whether it's Everson Pereira, whether it's Peraza, whether they want Will Warren. Guys, I'm sorry, but you almost have to take the risk.
100%.
You almost have to take the risk. Let me just say this again to everybody.
You're playing with house money right now, basically, this year.
Did the Yankees trade for Juan Soto to not re-sign him?
I don't think so.
You don't think so, right? I don't think so either. Okay, so my question to people, again, are, where is Spencer Jones playing?
That means the Yankees would have to eat Giancarlo Stanton contract. That's the only way this works. So then Soto and Judge share DH. And when was the last time the Yankees ate a contract like that?
Yeah. And again, man, look, I believe in Jason Dominguez.
Me too.
And I understand people, I've even said it before. He's best served as a left fielder. Cool. But let me tell you this right now. You cannot sit there and tell me that this kid in his early 20s will not be able to handle center field. I don't believe that.
Correct.
I don't buy that. Here's a kid who stole 50 plus bases. Here's a kid who can do it. I know he could do it. I'm not concerned about that.
Yeah, we really didn't see much. I mean, he spent some time with Bader in spring training. Bader, when he got hurt, he spent some time down there. He talked greatly about him, stuff like that. Spends time with Spencer Jones as well in spring training, so he saw that. So let's not act like Jason Dominguez couldn't play center field for the next 3 years if the Yankees really needed him. Come on.
No question about it.
We had fucking IKF in center field, my guys.
No question about it. And that's the same thing when people talked about and they got Soto and people were actually mentioning defense. I'm like, guys, come on, you guys are smarter than this. You can't do that. Now
He's
you
not
can't
a
do
bad
that.
corner defender. Go
And,
look at the numbers.
I know the cons. I talked about this too, and I even said it. I said, but now is not the time anymore to talk about cons. You have to add.
Yep.
You have to add. Forget the cons. Forget this idea that, oh man, Dylan Cease had a 4-something ERA, and even though his field and independent pitching likes him a whole lot more, the thing I look at when I see Dylan Cease, I see him coming to a better team. I see him getting out of Chicago, one of the worst defenses in baseball. And then I also see him coming to a team that has an ace like Garrett friggin' Cole, who made guys like Luke Weaver better in an instant. I see him going to Matt Blake. And on top of that,
bingo, Matt Blake.
I see a guy who has made 32 friggin' starts 3 years in a row.
Plus 200 strikeouts.
Plus 200 strikeouts every single year. I'm sorry. And he's controlled for 2 years. There's too much pros here that outweigh the cons, in my opinion. Correct. To sit back and not think seriously about giving in to the White Sox here. I can't. And another thing we got to remember, how many 6'7" ball players actually make it?
Yeah, we're seeing that. It's really new now.
They don't always do it. So again, I'm not knocking Jones. I'm not saying he's going to be bad. I'm not saying any of that. I like this kid a lot. But I think you got to seriously consider it right now.
Correct. You win now, you worry about that later. You can control what you can control right now. What's the timetable on Jones anyway? If he repeats,
a lot of people.
What's ETA right now, for example?
He could. He's going to start in AA.
Possibly.
He's going to start in AA. So there's a chance he could see him this year. But
he could see it in September. It would be a September call up.
Realistically, if he's up in the majors this year, a lot of shit went bad.
Correct.
Put it out. A lot of shit went bad for the Yankees if he's up this year. That's number one.
Number two.
2025, yeah.
If its K rate continues to be the same way this year, he doesn't see the majors this year. I guarantee you that.
It won't be easy at all for him, though. Not at all.
So wait another year. For what? Now Cole and Judge are 33?
Yeah. They're older.
For him to come up?
Right.
You think he's not going to struggle the first maybe year or two?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the timetable? That's what I mean. Like you said, Pete, the pros outweigh the cons. You just can't sit here and tell me you wouldn't love to see Cease in this rotation. Listen, I get the negotiation tactic. We still have time.
Of course, a lot of time. The one thing I'm excited about, too, is when this deal was done, Joel Sherman was one of the guys that came out and specifically said Dylan Cease is still on the table.
Yeah.
And then he said he believes Snell is still there, possibly too, as long as that money and years, if it were to come down. Joel Sherman apparently also said that the Yankees, and again, I don't know how you feel about this, but there's a sense to me that it is a bit of a desperation move on Strowman, and I think we understand why that comes across as a bit of desperation. But let's also not fool ourselves here and say that the Yankees aren't desperate right now. They got no choice.
Correct.
Joel Sherman said the Yankees are desperate, and Strowman himself was desperate.
It was an easy marriage. It was kind of like the situation that the Padres were in, and the Yankees had a plethora of arms, and they needed to stay under a certain amount, and they couldn't pay Soto. So it's like it was a similar situation where Strowman was finding it was getting a little bit late too early, or however they say it. What is it? It's getting late early.
Getting late early.
And then the Yankees. But listen, at 18 million, the way that Giolito got 19, Severino got 13. What are we talking about? Severino's deal looks great compared to everybody else paid. So look at what Montas got for three innings that he pitched last year.
Yep.
What are we arguing about, guys? You have to understand inflation, man. Go look around you. Shit's expensive, man.
No question.
So the numbers are astronomical right now. The market is high. Yep. Why are we sitting here counting pennies for? I'll tell you this. Everybody who talks about defense, to just make a point on that. When the Yankees in 2022 won the LCS, did they lose because of defense? Didn't DJ LeMahieu win a Gold Glove? Trevino? Didn't the whole team win the glove?
Yeah.
The best defensive team in baseball. Where did that get them? You didn't hit in the playoffs.
You're right.
We needed to address that, and they did big.
Yep.
Another thing that people were saying, Stroman and Soto have beef. No, they don't. They're just responding to each other on Instagram now.
I was going to say, he responded to him too.
Stroman just put the video where when he struck out Soto that he shuffled. He said, "Mi hermano," and he added Juan Soto. Bro, that's part of the game. This is what it should be today. Guys having fun, both pitchers and batters.
Bingo.
It can't happen.
About that earlier too. Yeah.
Old timers, it can't happen. People don't care. Verlander said it best when Garcia hit his bomb, it didn't bother him. Maybe it bothers some other guy. It could happen that way too, but it doesn't bother some. So
yeah, no doubt. And
there's no beef.
This is what I was talking about when it came to the Joel Sherman message. But he said the deal is pending a physical, which we already know. This is older. I do not think this precludes the Yankees from still trying to trade for Cease or sign another free agent like Snell if prices fall. The Yankees felt they had to get on board with another vet starter and did so with Strowman. You know, I could sit here and basically just repeat to the world all day, and I agree with what Chris Perez Jr. just said in the chat. Fuck worrying about 2025. Let's win in 2024. Correct. That's all I know. And call me an old school Yankee. Yeah, call me an old school Yankee fan. I don't know what it's called, but I'm sorry. Call me a George era Yankee fan. I don't know, but I'm a win now type guy. I always have been. I'm all for the belief of if the prospects aren't helping this year, to me, they're on the table.
Correct.
And that's always been my belief. And again, all I ask people to do when they hear that is say that rotation out loud. And then tell me that doesn't sound great. Say that rotation out loud. Say Cole. Say Cease. Say Rodon. Say Strowman. And then say whoever the hell the number 5 is. If you like Burns more, well, go ahead. Put Burns in there instead. Put Bieber in there. Put whoever you like. And tell me that you even give a poot about the Marcus Stroman signing after that.
Or Spencer Jones.
Spencer Jones, exactly.
You don't care. Let's be honest. What are you guys? I mean, listen. I'm gonna say a nice percentage of guys that love prospects, and they always think that this prospect, this guy. We see them in the chat all the time, but then those are the same guys that go ahead when they don't pan out. They'll come back and say, "Why didn't we get Machado? Because we held on to Clint Frazier and Andujar."
Yeah.
Where are those guys? I mean, speaking of Andujar, the Yankees. I mean, call him. He's raking right now.
I was about to
say raking in the DR.
MVP right now, bro. I'm telling you.
Go see if he'll take a minor league deal. Why not?
You know, and the thing with me is, are the Yankees being creative? Like, that's the thing I would love to know when you're talking about a deal for Cease. Has Yo Moncada's name ever come up? I mean, you're the Yankees. You can take money.
Correct.
Do you find a way to say, let's try to make this thing work? I think we got players you like, and we can try to figure something out here. I don't know if that's the case. I know Moncada's owed quite a bit of money, but all I'm trying to say is there another way to make this work? Because it does seem like the Yankees have been pretty connected to Dylan Cease. I mean, his name, it seems like it's been mentioned way more than Luzardo's name has been, way more than Burns. It's definitely been the most mentioned name. And even Jack Curry mentioned his name today. They didn't go into much detail about trades, but they did say that they're still monitoring Cease. Correct. So I feel like it's something that both teams feel could work. I think the White Sox probably feel the Yankees could indeed budge on it. But
Moncada has 24.8 this year, and it's a club option for 25.
Yeah, that amount of money. It's probably going to scare the Yankees away still, but I'm just trying to figure out ways to be creative to get this deal done. I think Cease only got like $8 million in all.
It doesn't mean they can maybe trade Grisham in there with it or something like
Grisham
that.
Or somebody else, yeah.
Why not? I mean, or Nestor, like you start chipping. Yeah, you start chipping away different pieces. You can trade because you're getting Cease, right? So now you can be like, all right, we'll give you if you guys want. You can get Nestor and Grisham, that's $7 million, $8 million.
Yeah. So,
shave off the 24, so now that brings it down to like 16. So the Yankees only pay a certain percentage of that. I mean, listen, you're gonna pay a little more this year, but you're getting Cease and Moncada. You're fixing a hole at third base, which you don't know. It's a roll of the dice with Peraza. What are we talking about? Yeah. It's only 1 year. There's a shitload of money coming off the books next year. It's a club option next year for Moncada. So
that's another thing too, man. Like, the White Sox. Tim Anderson's gone. They need a shortstop. Peraza's right there, man. How is Peraza not finding a place to play? And if you are worried about his bat, he's going to a hitter-friendly stadium. You got to hope that maybe that he starts to see that pop. He's not going to have many eyes on him. That's like I told AJ Przinsky. Nobody really cares about the White Sox. I mean, you go out there and play for the White Sox, You go out there and play for the White Sox. There's no spotlight on you no more. There's no Anthony Volpe anymore. You know what I mean?
And the kid has a great glove.
Do your damn thing. He has a great glove. He has a phenomenal glove.
I don't think he's gonna hit worse than Tim Anderson did last year. So,
no, definitely
so let's be honest.
He's not going to get knocked out
for the White Sox.
Likely. I doubt he gets knocked out also. So, I mean, that's the way. That's the
Barasa
way that
sucked.
I see
That's
it.
why Peter. I mean, his batting. He's struggling hitting wise, but his glove is MLB ready for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this is a decent take again from Joel Sherman. I'll share this one. Thanks again to Darius Glove. If you guys are not following my guy Darius Glove, go ahead and do it. I believe the Strowman deal allows the Yankees to attack the rest of the market, feeling a little less desperate. So I don't know if that's a good thing on making a trade or if that's a bad thing on making a trade. Because if you're less desperate, maybe you don't feel like you have to do it. But
I mean, I think it just evens it out. I mean, now teams know that they're not that desperate. They got an extra arm in there, so that fixes things a little bit. So I mean, yeah, I mean, listen, guys leak stuff in the media all the time to see what conversations go moving forward, right? And then teams also wait on and don't negotiate because they think a team is desperate.
Mm-hmm.
So now the Yankees don't look as desperate. I'm sorry, they don't. So
no, not at all.
And what keeps the Yankees too from saying like, all right, fuck you, we'll call you in July. And then Spencer Jones and they're gonna be like, but listen, in July this kid is off the table. So
yeah, that's right.
So
either make this now or that's it. We're done.
Correct.
Yeah. So, we're pushing. What are we pushing? We're pushing the 2-hour mark today. I feel like I've been live all day. Yeah, I did do 2 hours earlier today. We did 2 hours again now.
Okay.
We had NYYST. Okay.
The fellas, okay.
Okay. Only place that's doing that here at NYYU. Okay. Basically live every second of the day, it feels like. All right. But
Smacky the likey.
Smacky that likey. Hitty that subby. Guys, we're one sub away, by the way, of 22,750. You like that? Hold on, hear this.
Me likey.
You bet your ass I do.
Guys, whoever has a sub, man. Especially if you're a Yankee fan.
Yeah.
Listen, man, we're 24/7 out here, man.
No
I
doubt
think we
about
work more than ESPN at this point.
Easy. I'm way more. I was talking to Jiro upstairs. I said, man, we're so much better than the Yes Network. It's not even close. She's like, oh, yeah, what the hell are they? What are they doing? I said, we're so much better.
The hot stove every 3 days. Like, yeah, let's
the hot stove, and that's it. And then they take little naps all day. La siesta.
And then we see what they said. I mean, we after watching Hot Stove, everybody they're like, God damn, they just stroked Strowman out a lot. Oh my God, they built this guy up.
I was to be honest with you, I was a little. I gotta admit, I'm not joking. I was a little disgusted by it because I was like, wow. Because look, and on top of that, they bullshitted.
Yeah.
Flaherty had the nerve to sit there and go, well, at least you know he's gonna give you innings. He's only pitched 130 the last 2 years. I'm like, come on, you can't say that, man. Like, I get it. I don't dislike Strowman, but let's be real here. There's no guarantee he gives you innings.
Correct.
That's all I'm saying, man. There's no guarantee of that. I don't know, but
Peter's like Jordan Alvarez is salivating right now. Listen, my guy, he wasn't salivating when Monty was on the mound. I mean, you find a way. I mean, listen.
That's right. You could find a way.
Just figure it out. It's not like she's going to see Strowman every single time.
Yeah. But guys, we're going to get ready to wrap this one up here.
Let's get that sub.
Yeah, we think we got it. We got it. 22,750.
There
Thank
you
you
go.
guys so much. We appreciate it. Where's this at? Let me throw this on here. Where's it at here?
Oh! Oh!
I got a little Sopranos in there. What is it? The 25th year? Is that what's going on at a 25th anniversary of The Sopranos?
99.
My God, man, we getting old, man. We getting old.
I know. I got to rewatch it.
That's all that
Definitely
tells you.
Start a rewatch. I'm going to let Francis finish, and I'll start mine.
Oh, man. I tell you, but what a fun day today. The Yankees finally do. They've added 2 starters today, by the way. All right. Luke Weaver. Okay. 2 starters. Okay. Luke Weaver was one. Marcus Stroman and his 58% ground ball rate is another one. Ground ball percentage.
By the way, guys, go look at Luke Weaver's splits from Seattle and the Yankees. He literally pitched 13.1 innings.
Much different pitch.
Had a 6+ ERA in Seattle. Had a 3.78, I think, in the Yankees.
Oh, 3.3.
3.3, and his strikeouts doubled in the same innings. He went 8 strikeouts. He went to 16.
Yep.
Matt Blake is a wizard.
He does something. And I remember that last outing when Cole was teaching him. You could see him after he came out. He was showing him a different fastball grip to start throwing with. He came out that next day. His velo was up and everything. He looked completely different. He looked completely different. I remember calling that, be like, "Damn, this guy actually looks pretty damn good today." And yeah, they didn't shock me when I saw that they brought him back, but
he figures it out.
We'll see. Man. Yeah, man. We'll see what the Yankees do. We're gonna be here to cover it. Bronx and nothing coming up Saturday. It'll be episode number 3 already. My goodness.
Yeah.
Quick. But it'll be episode number 3 already here on NYYU. Tomorrow, guys, we'll have it covered. If there's any big news out there,
yeah, we'll be on.
I'm there for you guys. We'll be ready to rock and roll. But hopefully the New York Yankees, add one more guy to that starting rotation, and we'll be good to go. Titty Smacker said I missed his second Titty Smacker. Yeah. I missed his second super chat. Titty Smacker, I don't think I could go back and see it, but if you don't mind just posting it again as a regular comment, I'll be happy to read it for you. If you could just post it as a regular comment, I'll give you a little bit of time to do that before we sign off, because I do like to get to all of our super chats.
Senor Teta.
Yeah. Senor Titty. Senor Titty, we're gonna get you covered on that, my guy.
Yeah,
Waiting
man.
on
But
you, Senor Titty.
Senor Titty, any day now. But yeah, man, listen, let's just wait, see, and see what else the Yankees do. I mean, listen, you add Burns or even Bieber. It's a nice little
I'm okay
depth,
with Bieber too. I'm okay with Bieber too, man. He got a good ground ball percentage too.
Yep.
So if we're looking at if ground ball percentage is king, we're ready to rock and roll. I think Senor Titty might have jumped off because I don't see anything right now from Senor Titty unless it was a long super chat or something that I missed, which is not common for me to do.
Confused Yankee fan, which is Eli's burner, said trade Judge for Sonny Gray.
Oh my God.
Eli, go to sleep,
Senor
Eli.
Titty. Senor Titty, been live for a long time. Oh,
there it is.
Cashman is missing a chromosome. That's what it was. That's what we waited for.
Really? Let's see, man. I know we can shit on Cashman this year, man.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then go smack his titty. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go smack his titty then.
Go smack his teta. Go ahead.
That's it. Smack the tita and that's all there is to it. All right.
Tomorrow's Friday, guys. I feel good about
Yamatoto,
Fridays.
okay?
I'm gonna say that.
Yamatoto, okay.
Yamatoto. No, now it's Strodo. Okay.
Strodo.
We got Strodo in the house now.
We got We thought we were getting Yamasoto. We got Strodo. Okay.
Welcome,
so
Chris.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Damn it. But guys, anything breaks, any news, anything like that, we'll be back at it mañana. We got you covered here. Hit that like button and subscribe to NYYU if you have not. I don't know what the hell you're doing if you haven't. But anyway, guys, Kev, any last comments for us?
No, man. I really don't think. Still, we get one more move. I think the Yankees are on the brink. I mean, it's been a slow offseason.
I forgot to ask you this. Would you be happy if the only other move they do is Jordan Hicks?
100%.
Okay, cool.
I trust the bullpen enough.
Okay.
And I really, really,
Hicks
have a good feeling about Rodon this year.
I like that. We didn't get into that too much, but
yeah. Well, I mean, that's our designated spit is the Bronx and 9, man.
Yeah, that's right. We're talking about it then.
Yeah.
Got a little something coming over there for you guys.
Grandma's okay.
Grandma's all right. You got the grannies walking around. Okay.
Ese muchacho sí es bonito. Y Francie, I like it, Francie. I like it.
With the low titas, okay? The titas hang to the kneecaps. But all right, guys, we're out. Until next time.
All right,
see you later. Adios.
Top 10 radar. Yeah, we on your radar. Never miss, dog, and that's on occasion. Yeah, we on your radar. Yeah. Hey, look, top floor, lifestyle, chef and boy, I'm cooking up. Way too high, ain't coming down. You see me if you looking up. I don't really talk too much, I show I'm running numbers up. Lucky that I'm strolling up, I'm going off, they know what's up. Wrist too silly, yeah. Numbers crack the billy. Yeah, don't need no dilly. I'm too fresh, I feel like Willie, yeah. Feel the duffels up the sign, I need a million. I'm about to take off, and I know that I'm on their radar. Top 10 radar, yeah, we on your radar.